What's up, what's up, everybody? All right, here we go. We're going to make a pen start to finish right now. It is a voodoo resin blank, and you can see nothing's done with it. This may take a little bit of time. Hopefully it won't take too long, but here it is, start to finish. I got my camera set up. This is actually the last pen being made in this shop. And this is pre-recorded, so don't try to comment and talk to me because that's why there's no comments over here. For those that watch my YouTube, my Facebook live, you'll see the comments are normally here. They're not there today because this is not live. This is being pre-recorded, and I probably should do that. I may end up like turning off sound so I can listen to music. We'll see how that works. But we're gonna make a pen today. It's a skull pen kit, and requires a 3/8 inch bit, and we're going to start it now. So I do have all my cameras set up, ready to go for this, and you can see here I got all my cameras set up, and we'll see what we can do for getting everything done. I'll try to continue to run without interruptions. I will have to answer my phone every once in a while, hopefully not too often. So without further ado, let's get this party started. So first thing you have to do is make sure that your brass tubes, make sure that there's enough room on this blank to make it fit, and it is just barely, so this will work. And believe it or not, you do have to pull out the directions a little bit to verify size. So easy to turn with straight tubes. Amazingly, they all had straight tubes. Let's see, minimum blank 3/4 by 3.5 long. Let's see if I'm at 3.5 long. Boom, I'm not at 3.5. So hopefully this works. As long as I don't screw it up, this should work. If not, then this video will never make it to the big leagues, and you guys won't even see it. So hopefully this works. If not, then well, I'm out of luck. Anyway, it's not. It is a 3/4, which means I can cut that at 3/4. I needed to know what I can cut it at, so I can cut it at 3/4, leaving a pretty good size blank there. 3/4 and 3/4. Let me mark that quick. You'd think I'd have a pen ready, but I don't. Again, I just need to get these things done, so that's why I'm out here, and I'm just trying to get her done. Hopefully that's not copyrighted, so I don't get in trouble for saying that. Let's go with here, and let's go. Oh, I could do it there. And let's go with, and you'll find that I talk to myself too, but that's okay. And let's go with, what did I do on that one? I did 7/8. 7/8. Let's draw the line down the 7/8. Then we'll jump on the bandsaw and we will cut it. Hopefully the bandsaw won't give me any issues. It's gonna get loud. So every once in a while, if you see the tooling and there's no volume, it's because it's gonna get loud either way, and that's why. So I don't know if I can pause. I can't pause it. So excuse me. So this is going straight through, start to finish, and there's no choice. That's just what I gotta do. So without further ado, let's go to the bandsaw camera. I think this is the bandsaw camera. Nope. Nope. There we go. Bandsaw camera. So you can see my line here. And of course we're going to adjust this down, so we try to keep the blade as straight as possible. This blade wants to wander on me quite a bit at times, so I'm going to be very cautious on this blade to make sure that it doesn't wander on me too much. And let me go to no volume because it's going to be loud. All right, so that has worked. I've gotten used to my bandsaw cutting a little bit crooked, but I think that did pretty good right there. I'm going to duck calls. I'm gonna set my duck calls out of the way so I have access to my sander real quick, and I want to try something. A little bit more. Trying to get a little bit of the color so you guys can see the color of it. That's what it's going to look like. All right, let's get this thing done. We'll pull out our pen spinning thingamajigger here. And we will pull out our two cuts here. Ooh, wait a minute, before I drill it, I do have to cut it one more time. And I almost forgot. I gotta cut it one more time. Yep, that'll work. And we improvise with a straight edge because it's just easier. Let me cut this last piece, and then we will go on to the next step, going back to the bandsaw. And let me cut this. And I really think it's just the blade that is messing up all my cuts every time. But if that doesn't fit, then I am in trouble. If it does, then I'm good. So it does, and I'm good. All right, here we go. We're going to load it into here. And I'm going to squeeze it tight into the jaws. Pull out a 3/8 inch drill bit. I'm going to pull out my good 3/8 drill bit. Hold on one second. Let me pause real quick because my wife just walked in.
Favorite hole. Under no circumstances are you permitted to squirrel ever leave this hole.
Master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel!
All right, I'm back. 3/8 inch. Ah, I gotta close the door. Magic. 3/8 inch bit, and we will load it up into our tailstock here. And I'll have to take this out, but that's okay, because I need that out of there anyway to finish this. And yes, I did hear you guys saying it, and I think I have to run inside real quick, or I'm going to have to put on a big shield, and I'm going to put the shield on first for now. I did hear you. And I will put on. Usually I have my safety glasses. I think the safety glasses are inside the house. I tend to wear my stuff inside and then take it off, and then it magically disappears from wherever I set it down. And yeah, so I will put this on. I don't think it'll work. I'm gonna have to take it off and anyway, let me get this set. That was my good one. I want to put it over here. And back to here. So we're going to put the 3/8 inch bit in here. I guess it's kind of an instructional video at the same time. Maybe it's for me so I can remember how to do it when I move. So I don't want it spinning too fast. I do want it down to a maybe 600-700 speed. Set it real close. I lock it in, and like I says, let me show off my bald head, mostly bald head, and put on the mask. So, and I have to adjust the volume because now it will be much louder while I'm talking. So check. Okay, there we go. So apologize if it is volume heavy. I'll try not to talk too loud while this is on. Again, this is the easiest way. I guess that's the middle. Since I didn't have my safety glasses around, this is the easiest way to do it. So hopefully that doesn't get people sick while watching. And then we slowly turn the thing in. And when I mean slowly, you can go kind of fast, but make sure that you clean it out if you have to. These bits are special bits that are made to eject the stuff pretty quick, and it does. So if I go faster and I didn't tighten it enough, it will start to move, and it did, but it will start to move. So either tighten it up a little bit more, or go slower. So I gotta move it in a little bit, and let's get her done. I'll try not to do too much breathing while I'm in this thing, so you guys don't have to hear me breathe. And that worked. You can see the hole is cut through the middle. And that's the first step, is just to get the hole cut through the middle. So I'll set this over here and go back over to place the other one in here. This one's going to be a little bit longer. Oh, I thought I was on that camera view. So I'll make sure I tighten that one up pretty good. Again, just to 800. I back this one up as far as I can. If I go any further than 1 centimeter, it'll eject it out. So bring it right up to the edge, lock it in, and slowly start to turn it in. Again, make sure that it doesn't get too hot in there, especially with the acrylics. You don't want the acrylics to get too hot when you're doing it. So now I'm done with this for now. I am going to need it in a minute, so I'm going to loosen it up, take the bit out, put the bit back in my drawer, in the correct box in the drawer. Sure hope that was 3/8. Should have verified before I did it. It is. Cool. Because if it wasn't, I'd be done with it, win the job. For once in a while, doubt jumps in. Doubt jumps in and you think, did I do that right? And I did, so that's good. So I will remove it from here. And I'll set it over here out of the way, and we're going to go to the next step momentarily. But I'm going to take off everything here and hang it back up. Put these guys back up on the wall. Again, it's been nice being organized, but I get to be unorganized really soon because, well, it's all going away. All right, so the next step, I usually do a 24-hour cure on these, but I'm going to do it a little bit quicker this time around. Nothing unsafe about it, but I am going to give it about 10, not 10 minutes because you guys are watching. And I don't think I'm going to do any editing on this, but I may have to do like let me knock this part out of it, especially if I have to answer questions again. Like I said, guys, when I first started this, hopefully there won't be too many distractions, but I'm going to have to deal with distractions when they come. So we're going to use a medium CA glue. If you guys need a link to the glue, I do have an affiliate link for that. I have thick, but I'm just going to use a medium. And this can get really messy on me, so maybe I'll wear gloves. Maybe. I do have gloves. I was just looking to see, but I don't know if I'm going to wear them. So we will see. I do have a screwdriver somewhere. I bet it's in the house. I'll use this thing, and that will be able to push it in and keep my fingers clean. Good. I'll use that to push it in. So, not that camera, that one. So, we're gonna glue these in, and it does take a little bit. It's a fast drying. Hobby model assembly, high performance, instant adhesive. So hopefully, it goes in, and I don't have any issues with it. Like I said, normally I use a 24-hour cure time, but I wanted to do this pen start to finish for you guys. So hopefully this isn't a bad decision on my part. I've been known to make bad decisions before. So, okay, it's working. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on that camera so you guys can see actually what I'm doing. And make it a little more interesting for you. Should be, that's about centered for when I'm done. Okay, so I know it's a little bit blurry, but we're going to make sure we do that one in there and that one in there. So just so we don't screw it up, I'm going to put those aside, and here we go. And let's hope that works. That'll just help seal that corner, but I do need to let that sit for a little bit longer than just that little bit. And I'm going to do it with my other hand because this hand is the hand I need to be able to spin it. And yes, I'm adding quite a bit to it, but I try to make sure it's all in there, and then we will push it in, checking both sides to make sure that it's not sticking out. And I will spray that just real quick to give it a quick Instabond on the top. And now we're going to let that sit for a little while. I'm going to go back over to that other piece that I was working on, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that one. And that was just a sacrificial pointy thingy. Usually I use a pen, but that time I decided not to. And we're going to go back over to this thing. So I don't have a camera over here, so you'll just have to watch my back for a minute while I set this. I just need to get a couple of these ripples out of it and make it smooth. And again, we're just waiting for that stuff to dry. It should be pretty quick. I don't normally use CA glue, like I said, so yeah. So just sanding this down so you guys can see. I'll use a little bit of water to clean it up. And you guys will be able to see what this looks like. Well, it's got a really nice color to it. Voodoo resin from Matt Peterson. Really a sweet looking piece. So that'll looks nice. Set this over here. Did I cut myself? All right, so like I said before, we have to use a drill, and what I'm going to have to do is flatten the ends here. So find the 3/8. Maybe it's already set for 3/8. Sweet, it's already set for 3/8. Okay, so we're going to load in the 3/8 here, and I do this by hand instead of throwing it in a drill. One, I don't have a drill in here right now. Two, it's just easier to do at times. So what I'll do is I'll take these in and I'll put it on here, and this piece here makes it flat on the back side of that. So let's try this and see if you can see what I'm doing. Again, 600 to 700 is the speed I do. And I just needed enough to make it flat with the piece right there. So I think just a little bit more. There we go. We'll go to this side. There we go. That's one. I do have a board set up that I could put this in, clamp it in, mount it in, and make it not like this. But I've been doing it like this for a while, and it is 90% safe. There we go. So now those are okay. So those are now done. We will remove this guy and put it back up on the board. We'll remove this one 100%. I don't think I'll need this anymore. So I just put the chuck in there so I know where it is. And I can tap that out and get that out of the way. Now we'll go into that's gonna be close. We'll see if that works or not. I do need to find the directions again and see which bushing set PK Skull BU. That's gonna stink because I just took all of my kits and threw them into a box. Oh, and I got lucky. Look at that. First one I picked up, PK Skull BU. That makes it a whole lot easier because now I know where it is. And just want to verify, looking at the paperwork, that they are all the same. 575, 575, same. Okay, so everything is 575, and that's what we need to verify. So we'll put this one on. We'll put this one on first, and here, and I'm gonna push mute real quick because, like I said, I gotta take calls.
favorite hole. Under no circumstances are you permitted to squirrel ever leave this hole.
Master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me.
Sorry, I just have to set up my Wi-Fi calling because, well, it doesn't like me answering calls in here, and because of move and everything else, I do have to take this call real quick. So I apologize, and I wish I could push pause on the video, but I can't. So give me 1 second. Anyway, while it's setting up, verify address. While I'm setting it up, so this is the next spot that we'll go to, and then we'll throw that piece on. And that one there. I don't have enough here, so we're going to have to, I'm going to have to add length to this. So we'll do that right now while I'm trying to make this call. Well, and that was a waste of time because they don't even have a voicemail box set up. So, let me loosen this up a little bit and get this moved out about 3/4 of an inch. We'll load this up in here. We'll see how much I need. I like to have just a little bit out the end right there, as you can see. Now I'll tighten this thing up. Okay. Now with that tightened up, we can start the fun. Move this thing out of the way. It's like my assembly table and stuff. Nope, and now I gotta answer that call. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. Now I have a different appointment, different day, but I have no clue what day it is because I don't have my calendar in here. Anyway, so now we're going to verify that it spins, and it doesn't spin because I locked my headstock. We'll spin that around for a minute. Looks good to me. It's got a nice little spin on it. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Looks smooth. So let's crank this baby up, and we were going to go to, we're actually going to crank this thing up almost to 3,500. Something I figured out that every 900. So at 900, at 1,800. At 1,800, these look like they are standing still. Let me see if I can set it to 18 real quick and you guys can see. It's kind of cool. Maybe it's the frequency of the cameras. See, so they're almost looking at the 1780. There's 1800. And it's just about 1800. It's 1834, 1808. Look, they're standing still. That to me is super cool. You can see in this camera here what it looks like, and now you can see in the other camera it looks like it's standing still. So, but we're gonna crank it up to crank it up a little bit higher here. I do have my face shield on, and if it gets too bad, I'll have to switch over to something else. I do have a face mask also, but we're gonna. So we're at 3,000 or 3,200 RPM, and we're gonna get going here. So sleeves up a little bit, and hopefully it's not too loud. I'm gonna look over and verify that it doesn't get too loud. So if you saw that quick test, what that does is it shows me if it's round or not. And you can see here that this one was bouncing more because it was catching on this and this one wasn't. So it's getting close to full round, and we'll continue on. So one thing I do want to check and see is if the short end or the long end, it looks like the short end is on top. So that's the top of the pen, this is the bottom of the pen. So we're going to work on the bottom of the pen, and we'll flip it over and do the other end.
Favorite hole. Under no circumstances are you permitted to, squirrel, ever leave this hole.
Master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel!
Again, I got to deal with moving stuff. So that's part of the moving stuff. We're trying to deal with movers, moving. I'm actually going to be a mover now, so we'll see what happens. Back to here. Back to work. All right, real quick. I don't like the chattering that's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull it off, and I'm going to do just one piece by itself, and then do another piece by itself. So I don't know what the chattering's from, but I do know that I don't like it, and I'm going to just make it really weird. Yep, I'm going to take that off, and I'm going to shorten it back up again, and just do that one by itself. Since they're both the same size, this will be no issues to do that. And I'll just make the short one and do another short one. So grab my wrenches again. Loosen it up. Put this on so it tightens it while it's straight and centered. Seems that I have a little burr action going on there. Something must have got in there. The fun part about doing live videos. Got to deal with all of it. So this is unedited, unless I can get in there and edit it quick. But I don't think I can, because I don't want to deal with editing it. So you guys will get to just see what's going on with it. So let me move this a little bit closer. Lock that in place. Let me pop over that little spot. There we go. And that happened while I was spinning it like this and catching it. So that was my own issue on that one. Mask back on, and we'll finish this one up. Should have less chatter now that it's closer. So you can see it's much quieter with it shorter. Okay. So we're going to actually finish this one up and then go to the next one. So here's where we will pull out a wet bucket. Oh, I'm so glad I changed out that camera because I totally forgot that sometimes I just get working and forget what I'm working on. So here I'm just trying to get my sandpaper, and I may have to run off and get more water, but let's see how far I can get on this one. So we're going to turn the speed down to a reasonable speed of, again, just about 600 to 700. It's a nice speed that I figured out. 320 sandpaper. You guys can see what this is really going to look like. This is going to have a really nice look to it. Because it's acrylic, I'm going with a wet sand. If it was, and I can pop this off. It's only going to shoot water at my face. So with it being a acrylic, I'll wet sand it and go through just like this. I'm making sure that my ends meet up nicely. There's not much of a lip, if any, right at the edge. Make sure I get rid of that before I go any further. This is the 320 grit, so this is a little bit stronger than the rest. Once I get that here, I will go back and forth to get rid of any swirl marks created by the lathe itself turning and spinning. So this is going to be a gorgeous piece. This one's already claimed. The owner knows he's getting it. So if you're hoping that you can get it, you can't. Sorry. Look at that color. Just outstanding color. All right, so we're going to move to the next, which is 400 grit sandpaper. And we just use a small piece every time, because if not, we'd go through the whole big piece for no reason. And let's go to the next. So we're going to go from 320 grit sandpaper all the way up to 12,000, all the way up to 12,000. Again, each process we're going to go through, sand it while it's spinning, and then sand it back and forth. The sanding back and forth is more for wood, and it gets the grains to, so you get your lines out of your grain, the wood grain. But this one does work in the sense that it gets the spins out of it too. Next size will be 600 grit. I don't know why I'm trying to be so picky and not waste paper. This is the last pen here. But again, this one's 600, and we're just going to go back and forth with it. And I do apologize for a slight delay on 2 of the cameras. I was going to say post up if my audio disappears, but I'm not live, so I can't have you post up and tell me if the audio disappears. And we're going to repeat this process for the other one. And then we will be done. So I'm going to try to get this not quick, but semi-quick. Again, the process for gluing in the tubes, this isn't my normal process for gluing in the tubes. Normally I will glue them in a different way and have a 24-hour set time just to be safe. But since I'm doing it live start to finish, this is how we do. Nope, can't do that song. Sorry. And normally I'll have a I do have to make a post real quick. Sorry, I'm gonna have to again stop what I'm doing here so I can continue on. But I do have to make a post so that way the auction item continues to go. And again, I'm sorry. I do have to get these things done. We're at the 12th. We're at 15. We just went to 1,000, and now we're going to go with 1,500. Let me make this one more post here. Did somebody else go on there? Nope, let's Sorry. When you're running auctions at the same time as you're trying to run videos, as you're trying to do everything else, you kind of have to multitask. It's part of the reason why the pens take so long. All right, here we go. We're at 1,500. We don't do it for long because we don't want it. We've already done all the sculpting. Now we're just trying to do the smoothing, and we'll go to the next level. This is where having a foot pedal would be really nice, so I can just step on the foot pedal in between each one to turn on and off the lathe. But I did not get a foot pedal for this lathe. I have foot pedals for the other stuff, but not for this lathe. And remember, I got to do this a whole second time, so I'm just trying to get her done. If this was a wood one, I would be doing some CA glue and spin the CA glue around on it and make it so the CA is this would be the smoothing of the CA part, but luckily there's no CA on this one. Arm's getting sore now. That's a cool spot. So this one here is 8,000 grit. So I'm just removing any particulates that could be on there to make it more than 8,000. Set these back over here on my heater to let them dry a little bit. Now we're almost to the final steps. It's the final countdown. Do 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 do. Nope, can't sing that one either. Man, can't have any fun with this. So we're gonna dry this quick. My hand is in the way. I'm sorry. Now that it's dry, we'll add a little bit of my magic juice to it. Not telling you what the magic juice is. That just wouldn't be fair. Okay, that one is done. A lot of times there's not a whole lot of talking that can go on. So that one's done. Let's see if this will come off like it's supposed to. Yep. Okay, so that was cleaned up a little bit. Pop that off. Move this away because we're going to have to go back to the next one. And as you can see, a nice gloss on that one. Pop these two ends off. I do have a rack over here, so I'm just going to hang this one in the rack so it's out of the way and safe. Drop these in, pop it on, slide this in, get a little burr on that or something. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of that burr real quick. I don't know what it's from, but I know it's there. So I'm just going to remove it. Yeah, right over top of it. No issues. There we go. Cleaned it up. That's what I wanted to do. Pop my dust collector out of the way since I'm not using it this round. Boom. Done. All right, let me grab my shield and we will we'll continue on. Carry on. All right, here we go. Going into the shield. Shield's on. Same thing with this. Going to drop it right up to about 3,200 RPM. That's 35. We'll turn it down just a little bit. There we go, about 3,200 RPM. The faster, the easier, the smoother it is. It's nice. And there we go. So I'm off with the mask here, and sorry I had to read a message again. I'm trying to keep on focus, but I have other stuff that's needs my attention. So, just feeling it, making sure that it feels good, and it does. So again, we're going to go to 320 grit to start out. This is my catch, so my lathe doesn't get all wet on the bottom. And we'll start with some. I think I'm going to run out of water on this effort. Okay, so 191 RPM does not work, so we need to pop it back up to 600. So This one here does a pretty good round out. I got my finger on the bottom. In case something happens, you know, people are like, well, what is your finger so close? It's underneath and I'm just gripping it here. So I'm gripping it in between my fingers. That way if it pulls out, it will just get stuck under there. So and I'm out of money, so I'm gonna have to running. Not out of money. I am out of money. I am out of water, so I'm gonna have to run in and grab some water real quick. But give me 1 second. I'm gonna run out in the rain, grab some water, and come back. This was not very well thought out there, roadkill. I'm going to keep talking to you guys so you know that I'm still here. So this process will be the same as the last one. Wow, it is pouring out here. The process will be the same, where I'm going to just sand it all down from 320 all the way down to we're going to do 1,000 by paper, and then after the paper we will go to 1,500 to 12,000, and then I have a magic paste that I use to go just a little bit further. And I almost dropped my drink. Okay, so I have water again, and let's go to 400. And I just fold the piece so I have a little bit to grip on it while I'm going back and forth. And this one's got some cooler purples and some real cool colors. So we'll jump up to 600. And now that those pieces are actually done, I can't use them anymore. So I'll try to remember to toss them into the circular file here. And I folded that and I didn't even think about what I was doing. I need to get back into this. It's when you start getting messages, you start really going crazy, and I've already gone crazy, but what's the difference? Alright, so this is 800 right here, and I do appreciate you guys sticking with me. Again, this will be on YouTube. If you guys are looking for more content, please like, subscribe, share, comment. The more comments you get, the more if you ask questions, I'll answer. I'm putting this up so we have some content that'll come up while we're on the road. I'll probably premiere it just as the movers come, so it won't be while we're on the road. Again, I folded it and didn't go to my left and right spins. Man, this has got some cool color in it. That was 800. Here's 1,000. I want to make sure I don't have anything that's more than 1,000 on there. It really doesn't have to be much now that we're there. Whoa! Why'd you speed up so much? There we go. Oh, I folded it. I shut it off too. Here we go. spin it like this. And now that we're at 1,000, we're going to go over to my micro mesh pads. They're called micro mesh. And again, they don't need much time on here. We're just trying to smooth it out more and more. I mean, we've already gone down to, sweet, we've already gone down to 1,000 grit, so it's pretty smooth, but I like to have a polish on my pens. So that was 1,500. This one here is an 1,800 grit. I have a feeling I didn't do the side-by-side on that last one. My mind is not here right now. It'll get back in the game in a second. Because we're going to put the pen together and we will be dunsies. Again, just making sure I don't have anything on the pad that shouldn't be. Almost forgot. See, in my mind, I am doing so many things right now that, man, what a fun time. Okay, those are all done. Now let's go into the drying process. And I'm going to block one of the cameras here, sorry. So we're going to dry it real quick, and then I'll use my magic paste on it, dry my fingers too. And one more polish, and then this pen should be close to done. Yeah, I don't know what the clicking is either, but that's okay. Let's do one more polish on it. Ooh, squeaky clean. All right, let's see how she. Ooh, look at that, man. She's a beauty. Okay, so we're gonna do real quick. We're gonna pop this one off. We're going to see, and that comes right off now that I fixed it. Push this to the end. Throw my sanding paper back over on the heater. Make sure the heater's on. It is. Take these pieces, put them back in the container, which is not that one, this one. So we are packing these up and shipping these across, so I'll still be able to make more of these. But pop that in the drawer. That's gone. Pop this off here. Give me a second for some bangs. That's done. Pop that up in the bucket. I knocked over my remote for my old power strip thingy. That's there. Pop this up. Do a quick cleanup of this so that way it is easier to work with. And I'm pushing it all to the back because I don't feel like well, I guess pushing a little bit to the front too. But the back, and that way when I go to clean later, it's all back there. Okay, so that's there. And not that one. I was going to show you guys, but we're not live, so I don't have to show you. Here you go. So it should be centered. Back it up a little bit so it's right in the center. All right, so now we're going to assemble the pen. We got to find the kit again because I set the kit out somewhere. Oh, where'd it go? Don't mind the top of my head. Okay, pieces. Wait till you guys see this thing. So how this works, it says lay out everything just like this. So let's do a layout. Hopefully you guys can't see exactly what it looks like because I kind of like a little bit of a surprise. I know the guy's gonna like it, so I'm super stoked, but I'm still a little bit nervous on how it's gonna look. I don't remember who got the other one that looked sort of like this one. I may have to look back in my records to see. Alright, so it says to put this piece here, then the tip nut, the coupler, what's that say? Okay, so the long piece goes first. The short piece goes second. Then this piece and that piece. Wait, where'd this thing go? Mechanism goes in there. Mechanism screws in there. Aha! Knew it. If I followed the directions, it would tell me how to do it. Cool. Make sure this is working the way it should. Boom. 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 There we go. Boom. Boom. Cool. It's working the way it's supposed to. Oh, you guys can't even see me. I am so sorry. Oh, and that may be a better layout. I'm sorry that you guys couldn't see me. I've been sitting here talking to myself, and you guys can't even see me. Man. All right, so coupler. This piece, the mechanism will go in afterwards. So let's just set that down over here on the piece. Now, press the tip nut recessed in first into either end of the lower barrel. The longer, it even says longer. Now I do have it set a certain way that I want it to be. So, recessed in first to either end. So that's the end I want it to be. Screws in, it does. Move this out just a little bit. There we go. And in. So I don't think it's gone in as far as I need it to, so I will grab a small piece and set it on there so it will go in all the way. Mainly because it's rubber and I need something solid to there it is. Boom. Just needed something solid to make it fully flat into this end so it's smooth right there. So that's in. Next step. Press the coupler recessed in to the first of the opposite end of the lower. So this is the coupler and it needs to go in here. Again, that other piece had to sit flush. This one has a spot to sit flush for it. So, and I'm sorry about the camera angle. Maybe if I move myself down here. Which reminds me, down here is where you subscribe to my channel. So hit this button right down here, right here. Subscribe, hit that bell notification. We are doing a trip across country soon, so you'll be able to watch that also. All right, so that's done. Boom. That's in. Now, do not press directly over the threads. Instead, cut a pen blank about, oops. Well, fix the blank over the threads and press the, oh, okay, well, too late. I already did, and it worked. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I could have just pressed it like that, but I should have read the note. Remove the protector off the refill. Insert the spring over the drop end, opening the coupler. Screw the twist mechanism in. So, spring goes on. Oh, wait. It did forget a step in there. I need to screw this in right here. Boom. Now that that's screwed in, I can drop this in. And you can see it works. Boom. So that part is done. Now I have to set it on this piece of paper because I don't want to set it on here and scratch it. Let's go to the top one. Press the band recessed end to the first of either end of the upper barrel. So I do have a way I want to do this. So let's put it in. Boom. That's in. Done. And next part says press the cap assembly into the opposite end of the barrel. Engage both ends to close the gap in the center. Fix the clip over the threaded stem. Press the band stem, screw the cap over tight. Align the clip skull band before pressing. See the photo on the first page. So I think I have to have it like that. And then I want it right here. Right here. I don't know. I don't have a preference yet. All right, so this goes into there. I'm guessing that that's where that's supposed to go. Boom, that's where that's supposed to go. Don't want to show you too much. Now I have to decide where I want that to drop and hang. I think I want it right there. Yep, right there. And now time to squeeze it together. Sometimes it's really hard to get them together. I think that's together. Okay. All right. So that's together. And now we will put it together. And there it is. Sweet. Actually, let me see if I can line up. Right there. And there it is. So that's how you make a pen start to finish in, I don't know how long. I don't even, wait, let's see, record time, hour and a half. So hopefully you guys can select over in this corner. There's a spot that says play speed at like 1.25 or 1.5. Shoot, you can even play it at speed at 2 and still hear and understand what's going on. So, yep, there it is, the final product, and I will be putting it into a case, I believe. Yep, I have one case here. Again, this is the last pen being made in the shop in Alaska. So it's only fitting that it's a beautiful pen like this. And there it is, the final pen from the shop. Guys, until next time, keep turning. Click down here, subscribe, like. Check out the other videos that I have. I'm either going to post it here or here. I'm going to stand here for a second, way back in the corner, so that way the videos can pop up. And guys, next couple videos that are coming out will be travel videos going across country. So hope you guys enjoy them. Like, comment, share, hit that subscription bell, and until next time, keep turning. See ya.